ನಮಸ್ತೆ. ನಾನು ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಕಲಾವತಿ ಕಾಮತ್, ಸರ್ಕಾರಿ ಮಹಿಳಾ ಪಾಲಿಟೆಕ್ನಿಕ್ ಮಂಗಳೂರು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಗ್ರಂಥಾಲಯ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನ ವಿಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಆಯ್ಕೆ ಶ್ರೇಣಿ ಉಪನ್ಯಾಸಕಿಯಾಗಿ ಕಾರ್ಯನಿರ್ವಹಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ನಾನು ಈಗ ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಪ್ಲೊಮಾ ಇನ್ ಲೈಬ್ರರಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಈ ಕೋರ್ಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೈಬ್ರರೀಸ್ ಅನ್ನುವ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಆರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ರೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಇನ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ದ್ರಾವಿಡಿಯನ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜಸ್ ಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಚ್ಛೆ ಪಡ್ತೇನೆ. ದ್ರಾವಿಡಿಯನ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜಸ್ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಆಫ್ some 70 languages spoken primarily in South Asia. The Dravidian languages are spoken by more than 215 million people in India, Pakistan and Sri Lanka. The Dravidian languages are divided into South, South Central, Central and North groups. These groups are further organized into 24 subgroups. The four major literary languages, Telugu, Tamil, Malayalam and Kannada, are recognized by the Constitution of India. They are also the official languages of the states of Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Karnataka, that is formerly Mysore, respectively. The Dravidian languages are a language family spoken by 220 million people, mainly in southern India and northern Sri Lanka, with the pockets elsewhere in South Asia. Since the colonial era, there have been small but significant immigrant communities outside South Asia in Mauritius, Hong Kong, Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, Philippines, Britain, Australia, France, Canada, Germany, and the United States. The Dravidian languages are first attested in the 2nd century BCE as a Tamil Brahmi script inscribed on the cave walls in the Madurai and Tirunelveli district of Tamil Nadu. The Dravidian languages with the most speakers are in a descending order of number of speakers, Telugu, Tamil, Kannada and Malayalam, all of which have long literary traditions. Smaller literary languages are Tulu and Kodava. There are also a number of Dravidian speaking scheduled tribes such as the Kuruk in eastern India and Gondi in central India. Only two Dravidian languages are spoken exclusively outside the post 1947 state of India. Brahui in the Balochistan region of Pakistan and Afghanistan, and Dangar, a dialect of Kuruk in parts of Nepal and Bhutan. Dravidian place names along the Arabian Sea coasts and Dravidian grammatical influence such as inclusivity in the Indo-Aryan languages, namely Marathi, Konkani, Gujarati, Marwari and Sindhi, suggest that Dravidian languages were once spoken more widely across the Indian subcontinent. Though some scholars have argued that the Dravidian languages may have been brought to India by migrations from the Iranian plateau in the 4th or 3rd millennium BCE or even earlier, the Dravidian languages cannot easily be connected to any other language family and could well be indigenous to India. Prehistory of Dravidian language. The origins of the Dravidian languages as well as their subsequent development and the Period of their differentiation are unclear, partially due to the lack of comparative linguistic research into the Dravidian languages. Though some scholars have argued that the Dravidian languages may have been brought to India by migrations in the 4th or 3rd millennium BCE or even earlier. The Dravidian languages cannot easily be connected to any other language and they could well be indigenous to India. Proto-Dravidian was spoken in the 4th or 3rd millennium BCE, and it is thought that the Dravidian languages were the most widespread indigenous languages in the Indian subcontinent before the advance of the Indo-Aryan languages. Discovery. The 14th century Sanskrit text Lilati Lakam, which is a grammar of Manipravalam, states that the spoken languages of present-day Kerala and Tamil Nadu were similar, terming them as Dramida. The author doesn't consider the Karnataka and the Andhra languages as Dramida because they were very different from the language of the Tamil Veda, but states that some people would include them in the Dramida category. In 1816, Alexander D. Campbell suggested the existence of a Dravidian language family in his grammar of the Telugu language, in which he and Francis W. Ellis argued that Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, Tulu, and Kodava descended from a common non-Indo-European ancestors. In 1856, Robert Caldwell published his comparative grammar of the Dravidian or South Indian family of languages, which considerably expanded the Dravidian umbrella and established Dravidian as one of the major language groups of the world. Caldwell coined the term Dravidian for this family of languages based on the usage of the Sanskrit word Dravida in the work Tantravartika by Kumarila Bhatta. In his own words, Caldwell says, the word I have chosen is Dravidian from Dravida, the adjectival form of Dravida. This term, it is true, has sometimes been used and is still sometimes used in almost as restricted a sense as that of Tamil itself, so that though on the whole it is the best term I can find, I admit it is not perfectly free from ambiguity. It is a term which has already been used more or less distinctively by Sanskrit philologists as a generic appellation for the South Indian people and their languages, and it is the only single term they even seem to have used in this manner. I have therefore no doubt of the propriety of adopting it. Classification. The Dravidian languages from a close-knit family. Most scholars agree on four groups: South, Central, and North Dravidian. But there are different proposals regarding the relationship between these groups. Earlier classifications grouped Central and South Central Dravidian in a single branch. On the other hand, Krishnamurti groups South Central and South Dravidian together. Distribution. Since 1981, the census of India has reported only languages with more than 10,000 speakers, including 17 Dravidian languages. In 1981, these accounted for approximately 24% of India's population. In the 2001 census, they included 214 million people, about 21% of India's total population of 1.02 billion. In addition, the largest Dravidian speaking group outside India, Tamil speakers in Sri Lanka, number around 4.7 million. The total number of speakers of Dravidian languages is around 227 million people, around 13% of the population of the Indian subcontinent. The largest group of the Dravidian languages is South Dravidian, with almost 150 million speakers. Tamil, Kannada, and Malayalam make up around 98% of the speakers, with 75 million, 44 million, and 37 million native speakers, respectively. The next largest is the South Central branch, which has 78 million native speakers, the vast majority of whom speak Telugu. The total number of speakers of Telugu, including those whose first language is not Telugu, is around 84 million people. This branch also includes the tribal language Gondi spoken in central India. The second smallest branch is the northern branch, with around 6.3 million speakers. This is the only subgroup to have a language spoken in Pakistan, Brahui. The smallest branch is the central branch, which has only around 2 lakh speakers. These languages are mostly tribal and spoken in central India. Languages recognized as official languages of India appear here in boldface. Speakers of Dravidian languages by languages: Telugu 32.6%, Tamil 29.4%, Kannada 16.6%, Malayalam 14.5%, Gondi 1.2%, Brahui 0.9%, Tulu 0.8%, Kurukh 0.8%, Bari 0.7%, and others 2.5%. Grammar. The most characteristic grammatical features of Dravidian languages are agglutinative. Word order is a subject, object, verb. Most Dravidian languages have a clusivity distinction. The major word classes are nouns, adjectives, verbs, and indeclinable. Proto-Dravidian used only suffixes, never prefixes or infixes in the construction of inflected forms. Hence, the roots of words always occurred at the beginning. Nouns, verbs, and indeclinable words constituted the original word classes. There are 2 numbers and 4 different gender systems. The ancestral system probably having a male, non-male in the singular and a person and non-person in the plural. In a sentence, however complex, only one finite verb occurs normally at the end, preceded if necessary by a number of gerunds. Word order follows certain basic rules, but is relatively free. The main dichotomy in this tense is past, non-past. Present tense developed later and independently in each language or subgroup. Verbs are intransitive, transitive, and causative. There are also active and passive forms. All of the positive verb forms have their corresponding negative counterparts. Phonology. Dravidian languages are noted for the lack of a distinction between aspirated and unaspirated stops. While some Dravidian languages have accepted large numbers of loan words from Sanskrit and other Indo-Iranian languages in addition to their already vast vocabulary, in which the orthography shows dis- dis- distinctions in voice and aspirations. The words are pronounced in Dravidian according to different rules of phonology and phonotactics. Aspiration of plosives is generally absent regardless of the spelling of the word. This is not a universal phenomenon and is generally avoided in formal or careful speech, especially when reciting. For instance, Tamil does not distinguish between voiced and voiceless stops. In fact, the Tamil alphabet lacks symbols for voiced and aspirated stops. Dravidian languages are also characterized by a three-way distinction between dental, alveolar, and retroflex places of articulation as well as large numbers of liquids. Then literature. Four Dravidian languages, Tamil, Kannada, Telugu, and Malayalam, have lengthy literary traditions. Literature in Tulu and Kodava is more recent. Recently, old literature in Gondi has been discovered as well. The earliest known Dravidian inscriptions are 76 old Tamil inscriptions on cave walls in Madurai and Tirunelveli district in Tamil Nadu. Dating from the 2nd century BCE, these inscriptions are written in a variant of the Brahmi script called Tamil Brahmi. In 2019, the Tamil Nadu Archaeology Department released a report on excavations at Kiladi near Madurai, Tamil Nadu, including a description of potsherd dated on the 6th century BCE, inscribed with the personal names in the Tamil Brahmi script. However, the report lacks the detail of a full archaeological study, and other archaeologists have disputed whether the oldest dates obtained for the site can be assigned to these potsherds. The earliest long text in Old Tamil is the Tolkapiyam, a work on Tamil grammar and poetics preserved in the 5th century CE reduction, whose oldest layers could date from the late 2nd century or 1st century BCE. Kannada is first known from the Halmidi inscription 450 CE, a 9th century treatise on poetics. The Kaviraja Marga is the first literary work. The earliest Telugu inscription from Iragudi Padu in Kadapa district is dated 575 CE. The first literary work is an 11th century translation of a part of the Mahabharata. The earliest Malayalam text is the Vazafalli copper plate, 9th century. The first literary work in Ramacharitam, 12th century. Thank you.